Happy Halloween and welcome to a spooky screening of the NBA on 2K Sports. Here's hoping all your trick-or-treaters come at halftime. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the best shooting big men the game has ever seen. But he says, everyone knows me for shooting, but you can't be one-dimensional. For this team to grow, I have to grow as well. I've got to get better as a leader and help my teammates play better as well.
Yeah, they're making strides, Allie, no question. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, they've got Andrew Wiggins. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Chris Dunn. And it's Culver in a shooting guard. And for Orlando, we've got Banchero. Markelle Fultz is out there with Wagner. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Gibson in at the 3. Well, I know you spent a lot of your career in Orlando. What are your favorite memories of that time?
None, B.A. You know I was hurt the entire time I was in Orlando. No, but in all seriousness, they were great people, great city, and it was fun to see young guys like Jameer Nelson and Dwight Howard get drafted and emerge as great players and leaders for their ball club.
No problems knocking that one down.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Passes right on the money.
Banchero no good. And the Timberwolves with possession. It's a three-point game. And it's powered home by Towns.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet. Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up.
Offensively, Banchero is a difference maker. Not just with the talent, but with his relentless approach.
Grant, you watch Banchero. He's got a rare mix of moves for a big man.
Yeah, B.A., the perfect combination of size, strength, and skill. Crosses up defenders well, spin moves, excellent body control, and he uses his body to shield the ball when he's driving through the lane.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Outside Fultz. Nice D from Reid.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Wiggins, no good.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
And the Magic again can't hit. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Wagner on the wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Give Fultz credit. I mean, we see what he can do on both sides of the ball there. He's answered the doubters with this play.
Culver outside. Pass to Reid. And Vucevic over to help. Back to Culver. Shot clock at 5. Drills it from deep. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And the Magic call time here. All right, Grant, it's time to light the jack-o'-lanterns, leave out some candy, and watch some hoops. This should be a spooktacular game.
You're right, B.A. I mean, it's always fun to play a holiday game. There's that extra little bit of energy in the air, both for the fans and the players.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in.
Boy, Vucevic so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really passer for a big guy.
Culver with it. Wagner's on him. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Doubled by Dunn. Wagner, the pass to Fultz. Gibson with it. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Using all of his height to smother the shot completely. Emphatic block that time by Karl Anthony Towns.
Puts it up from 12, and they get it back. Pass to Gibson. Back to Wagner. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
When Franz Wagner went 8th overall to Orlando in the 2021 draft, his family was ecstatic. Him and his brother Mo, teammates with the Magic. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that if you're Wagner.
The Wagner brothers, not the only brother teammates we've seen lately, Clark.
That's exactly right, B.A. I mean, how about the Morris twins on the same Phoenix Sun squad? You know, that's got to be pretty special to play with your sibling, I would think.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now here's Wagner. From 12 feet. No good. A bit long that time. That's tipped. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside for Fultz. Now here's Vucevic. Defense right on him. Here's Wagner. And the layup is good off the glass. Wagner's got 5 points.
Good work by Wagner there, taking advantage of a point-blank opportunity.
Lets it go from 14. And so it's Minnesota. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the...
Here they come, Magic fans.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
We've got Sharp, and it's Howard in at point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. He can't get that one to fall. And Minnesota the other way with it now. They host the Pistons after this one, and that's a one-game homestand for the club.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
Here's Howard. Oh, and Reed with a block. And they'll keep possession. Reed with the rebound.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
McDaniels can't hit.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Cleveland. Soft touch off the glass.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big-time play.
The floater. Towns controls the rebound and the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Going all in. That was the 2K drive. Well worth the second look.
Oh, I love the mindset to get at the rim right there. He knows they're down and wants to spark a comeback.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. And confidence is such a critical component. How much does it help to have a head coach who really believes in you as a player?
BA, I think it does add, and it adds to your own confidence level and it infuses you. But self-talk is the most important talk. But when it's supported by your coach, I think now you've got the best of all worlds when it comes to confidence. So good to see young players have a feel for creating for others, and Culver flashes potential as a real playmaker.
Count it.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Wiggins outside. Now here's Culver. Tight defense on him. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to McLaughlin. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. Orlando grabs the miss. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end. You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
High post read. Pass to Culver. Knocked away. Right side Vanderbilt. And he lobs it up. Lays it in off the pretty lob.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Howard, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Remaining in the first half.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Culver on the wing. He's got 7. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Well, you look at Culver and you watch his game. He's a tough 2-guard now. He's strong, he's got good length, and he's very skilled.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, it's a new day in Orlando. Magic head coach Jamal Mosley continues to lay the foundation for the team they want to be. A, quote, tough-talking, tied-together defensive team that plays offensively with pace, space, and the pass. Brian, say that 5 times fast.
Well done, Allie. Thank you. It'll be fun to watch him build. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Hey, we got to talk about the defense too, guys. They've been outstanding tonight as they've already been able to knock away quite a few shots. Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Culver right side. And out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Substitution on the court.
The Magic have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Dunn. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Boy, I tell you what, you got major bounce, but the long arms of Wiggins gives him an extra advantage converting at the rack.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still.
Timberwolves substitution. Jake Layman.
16 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to Howard. Here's Sharp. 5 to shoot. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
Okogie on the wing. He shoots. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you know, Okogie has quickly proven himself to be a dynamic player. He flies around the floor looking for ways to help out his team at both ends, which is quite impressive for a young guy like him.
And we've reached half. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 blocks. He came in with something to prove tonight after having a very tough outing in their last game. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers.
And it's just about time now.
to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Chris Dunn. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Culver in a 2-guard. Here's Wiggins and Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play.
Strong interior move. Aggressive, assertive, and effective.
Here's Dunn. Knocks down the step-back J. Dunn's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Over to the left wing. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Fast break, Minnesota. Wiggins for 3. Goes back up. And Towns with the lay-in. Towns has got 15 points.
Towns has excellent size and really long arms, and he uses both to wreak havoc on the offensive board. You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Pass to Towns. With the power finish.
Showing us a little bit of everything tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, extremely versatile, taking over at the offensive end.
You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy...
Oh, nice! Big finish!
Man. Spectacular move. Wiggins' elevation, body control, strength, elite across the board.
And we just had to see that mobile 1 drive one more time. Great stuff.
Oh, big-time drive and finish. Showing a little artistry on that tape. I could watch moves like that all day.
Wiggins outside. Back to Dunn. Pass to Wiggins. And here's Reid. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Banchero.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Towns. Blocked.
Wagner, so good with his hands, but he's a smart defender, too. Positioned himself well to come away with that block.
Gibson with it. Dunn in his pocket. Pass to Fultz. Here's Wagner. Here's Banchero. Tries again. And he lays it in. Banchero's got 7 points.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out. You get your feelings hurt.
Timeout call, the Timberwolves.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of the timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves.
For your Magic Youth Dance Team.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd. Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. The Magic have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the 3rd quarter. Here's Wagner. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Making good use of that long frame. Wagner draws contact on that drive and the foul.
And he's good on the 2nd. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Pass to Okogie.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the 3rd quarter. In transition, the Magic on the run. They grab their own miss. Banchero drops in the layup for 2. Banchero's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
And Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's got 11.
Well, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Ooh, poked away. Ooh, stolen by Fultz. Here's Gibson. Wagner, the pass to Vucevic. Ooh, ripped away. Here's Okogie with the drive.
Well, that is a very impressive, quick first step by Josh Okogie. Hard to defend that.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter here. Wagner with it. He's got 12. Here's McDaniels, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
First team foul. Shooting for Minnesota,
And he can't get the first one.
at the line for two.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. Here's Wagner. Count that one. Wagner's got 9 points in the quarter.
Really like how Wagner has really gone after it on offense. That's part of why he's hot right now.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 10. And time for
The
a
Timberwolves, 52.
and a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Banchero. Then it's Franz Wagner. Then there's Markelle Fultz. And it's Gibson in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando. On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Here's Gibson. Rebound Minnesota. Dunn outside. Pass to Towns. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves.
After hitting 1-3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, the speed of Fultz, he loved that. Excellent at getting to the rim and drawing the foul.
Reed's checked in for Minnesota. Culver comes in for Vanderbilt. Clark, as with most young teams, the Magic struggle with consistency.
That's how the NBA can be for young teams. I mean, it's a hard league, a really hard league. It's tough. Everybody's good. But there are some benefits to going through the growing pains of being young. You learn on the fly. And there's no better teacher than experience, which comes from reps and time on the floor together. And ultimately, you hope it pays dividends going forward.
Pass to Reed. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Markelle Fultz. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And they've also been ferocious inside, really taking advantage in the painted area and making good on those chances. Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Orlando ball.
Outside Fultz. That's tipped. Up top, Wiggins. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Magic have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And they pick up 2. Gibson's got his first points of the game.
Overall, their shot selection has been much better here in the second half. We'll see if the rest of their game follows suit.
Pass to Culver. Vucevic with a steal. Wagner on the wing. He's covered by Culver. And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 13 in the second half.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Wagner. Pass to Vucevic. They get it back. Second chance effort. And Wagner with a nice bucket inside. Wagner's got 6 in the quarter.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Wagner, right side. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Dunn. Here we go, one-on-one. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
And a good nose for the ball, sniffing it out. Dunn takes it clean and heads the other way with it.
Orlando calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
He's been on a mission, attacking the basket all game long. I'm curious to see what adjustments they can make.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
Hey, guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
You know, some guys aren't the same player on the road. Not this guy. He loves sticking it to an opposing crowd, and it only adds fuel to his fire. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. No shocker, the amount of turnovers was his focus. He told the team, stop giving the game away. We have to value the basketball, and we have to play smart. Clearly, he is not happy with the decision-making. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Clock at 6. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got rebound number 7 tonight. Wagner inside. He's covered by Culver. And it's in there.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
And Minnesota calls time here. They're ahead by 13. A minute 31 left in the fourth quarter here.
Time for your 4:07 dance speed.
Wiggins with it. Working on Gibson. Up top, Culver. Knocked away. There's the block. Pass to Banchero. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely. And they just didn't have enough to overcome this deficit. Chalk up this game as a fantastic victory for the Timberwolves.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
It sure is. It's just the 2 gamers since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Karl Anthony Towns.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Here's Banchero. Count that bucket.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz. They're excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
Dunn outside. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
I mean, we played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We could see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.